Welcome, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the first ever episode of On the Low Podcast 3333, the podcast where we prioritize healthy energy and prosperity. And I'm your host, K Love, and I'm here to deliver you guys some charged up energy because ever since I came in the Virgo season, I have renamed myself Kyra 2.8, and I've been harnessing this energy and I want to share it with the world. So what's up, y'all? Let's get into it. All right, and I'm ready to begin. The energy for today's podcast is reflect, release, and rejoice. And what that means to me really is it's like more of a tool that you can use in life, or it's a way that you can be in life. So you want to really reflect on and really in any given situation, but when we're talking today in terms of life, you want to reflect on your life. You want to reflect on everything that you've experienced that really charges the way that you approach life and you approach situations. You want to reflect on your mindset. You want to reflect on your childhood. You want to make sure that you are releasing any trauma or any toxicity or any habits that are preventing you from rejoicing in the day that the Lord has made. And with that being said, I'm really coming into my spirituality with having God as my number one source of communication and beliefs. Coming in smooth and hot is the universe and everything that the universe provides us to utilize to really just exist in this human experience. Now, the human experience for me is I'm gonna be totally candid. I'm not sure if it's really a coping mechanism or if me categorizing it as a coping mechanism is really that. But the human experience for me, I kind of disconnect from it because I really need to balance out my spirituality and I really need to balance out what I provide and who I am becoming in this, who I'm really becoming in this experience. um so I'm sorry, y'all, I got distracted because I had got a phone call and I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. But anywhoozles, proceeding with the experience. Okay, so when we're talking about balance and we're talking about spirituality, we talk about the fact that the universe really delivers everything that you need to experience. When I named the podcast On the Low 3333, there is a lot that comes with that. We have life path numbers, master numbers, we have angel numbers, and then we have divine guidance and divine interference, so to speak. So this morning I got up and I dropped my packages off at the post office. When you do exactly what you're supposed to do and you be who you're supposed to be and you deliver what God has intended for you to deliver for that day, you will receive back from that. It's like a give and take with spirituality and faith. When you give to the universe what you're supposed to do, like getting up, doing your morning routine, going to the post office, you will notice this as you're sitting at the light, channeling whatever message that you need for the day. The gas pump gave me 333. And the meaning behind 333, let me look it up for y'all. Because when you look it up, it's going to be personalized to what you got going on at that time. So 333 angel number meaning right now is a message sent from your guardian angel that they are by your side, helping you to make hard decisions in life that you may not want to make. This isn't a message to put you down, but rather to build you up and help you find self-acceptance and love. Okay. Self-acceptance and love, that's something that we really can get into for episodes and episodes and episodes for real. But self-acceptance is really reflecting and releasing, being who you can be, walking in faith and not in fear, and trusting that everything that is meant to be will be. Everything that take place was already meant to take place. And that gets me into a topic that really has been on my head lately. I've talked about it with a lot of different family and friends. And free will. Free will is tricky for me. So I did a lot of research on it. I'm looking it up again right now because I can't access my screenshots. So I'm going to have to look it up and see what it says right now for y'all. 1 second. Okay. The definition of free will right now is the power of acting without the constraint of necessity or fate. The ability to act on one's own discretion. And it's voluntary. Okay? So that's what free will is given by definition. Free will to me is taking control of your mind and being exactly who you want to be. That's the free will aspect of life, in my opinion. And I don't like to push my opinions on people. So you're more than welcome to comment down below what your viewpoints are, if you want to enlighten me, or if you want to just truly discuss the differences with me on what we may have, if we differ, because you may totally agree with me. But free will is truly a mindset, and it's also a way of life. I feel like all of these things are a way of life. Like, life is very simple. You eat the right things because your body is a temple and it's a privilege to live there. You drink water so that you can stay hydrated and you can stay in tune. And you truly follow your self-intuition, but you have to charge these things up and you have to be able to focus on what the message is. And that's all about free will. If you get 6 thoughts and 4 of them are good, but 2 of them may be some trauma or some type of trigger, you have the ability to decide, are these 4 good thoughts that are clearly more, it's coming in more than the bad thoughts, outweighing these 2 possibly heavy and unaddressed negative thoughts? That's the free will aspect to me. Like, you need to decide, are you going to harbor on these 2 negative thoughts, or are you going to be grateful for these 4 positive thoughts and reflect, release, and rejoice in those negative thoughts? Meaning, reflect on what it is that happened. Release whatever it is that does not serve you. And then rejoice in the fact that, for one, you can conquer all. But if you are, because I don't push anything on anyone, but if you are believing in the Lord, then you need to trust that once you put it in God's hands, that He will take care of it. And that's the part of walking in faith and not fear, because you can't half believe that God is going to help you and half not. You have to really, really, really trust in what it is. And you have to do that every day. That's why I say you want to make sure you're living in the day. When you think about the past and you allow that to stress you out, it's going to show up in your skin. It's going to show up in your weight. It's going to show up in your personality. It's going to bleed out through you. But if you really focus on today and everything that's going on today, then you really can conquer today and you can harness what is for tomorrow, because the future is already written. That's what I believe. And the reason that I had even brought up the free will topic is because I truly believe that everything that's meant to be will be. Everything that happens for a reason. So that's what even prompted me to think about, is free will really real? But it is. You just really have to evaluate and prioritize your life and what you're putting out so that you can utilize your free will to serve your purpose. All right, y'all. I really hope that I wasn't rambling and talking in circles too much, because, this is new to me and I'm extending myself grace meaning I'm being easy on myself. I'm not requiring too much. I'm just going with the flow and just being me. So what I want y'all to do is really look into grace. You want to extend grace to yourself. You want to extend grace to your fellow human beings, because we're all in this together and we all are doing this essentially like on our own. Like we're all going with our own flow. I feel like that's what adulthood is. So with me giving myself grace, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to something so exciting that I want to share with you guys. You may know, you may not know, but I decided to lock my hair, and I am 3 months locked today, and I am so excited. Y'all, I'm getting over COVID, so if I sound like raspy and husky, don't judge me. But anywho, I'm so excited to be 3 months locked. A lot of my locks are budding. I have dyed them red burgundy, and it's giving spice. It's giving me. It's giving zest. It's giving I love it and I love to be here. It's giving. Sometimes I try to commit to being celibate, but I can only really go so long because I'm human. So me committing to this lock journey is a commitment that I'm going in with good intentions. Like I'm going in to really see how long I could do it, to really see like if I believe in myself and believe in the fact that I can wait and let it lock up, because I made it to 3 months and I told myself you have until 3 months to decide if you want to comb it out. But I'm not gonna comb it out. I'm rocking with it because I love it and I feel like it's organically me. And both of my aunties had locks growing up, and they really a pillar of how I kind of decided what I was going to be once I got out on my own. So I always wanted to be healthy, be nice, be a loving auntie, and be like a spiritual baddie. That's what I really wanted to give, because I felt like that's what they was giving in a different way. Because though my two aunties on my daddy's side are two totally different women, but I feel like since they came from the same household, like they came from the same place, so it's like you can see how it organically blossomed into two different concepts. So by taking a little bit from each side of my family, I decided who Shakira Thompson really was, and that's what I'm putting out to the universe these days. So 3 months locked, the very first podcast episode ever, and I'm so thankful and so grateful that I believe in myself, and that anybody who is going to support me is going to support me, and anybody who is not, that's not, and that's cool. Because what ONTHELOW3333 provides is a safe place, a community where people can be like-minded, but we can also appreciate each other's differences. And I love y'all, and thank y'all for loving me. And RIP to P&B Rock, because Selfish was my jam, and it really had me charged up listening to that. That's how I meditate. I listen to music, and I vibe out, and I really go with the energy and what thoughts it gives to me. So I heard Selfish on my birthday, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard that song in so long. I'm really going to tap in and use that next week. Come to find out, my man's ended up passing away, which is super tragic, and I'm praying for his family, and I'm praying for all his fans and anybody that was affected by it. And I pray that everybody has the strength that they need, and that they take what you can from every situation and really just live your life, because life is short and you need to enjoy it. You need to be happy, and you need to really be yourself, because if you're living your life being somebody else, you're going to figure out that you really are wasting it. So let's not be wasteful. Let's do our big one. Let's love on each other while we're here, and let's let everybody's legacy live on. And I just looked at, because I'm at work, I ain't gonna hold y'all, I'm on the clock, but I just looked at the case and I seen 4444, which means we are divinely protected, and this message is divinely decided. And I love y'all for loving me. Thank you for tuning in with your girl K-Love. This is what I want to leave y'all with. Y'all know that this is my first one, so keep remembering to give me grace, but this is what I'm going to leave y'all with. Life is short, and it is precious. Live in today and never forget to pray. K-Love. And that's what I wrote in my journal for y'all. All right. See you next week.